Saturday morning flight sim.
It's not morning, you drongo. It's evening.
Good morning, good evening, good day, and good night. Welcome to Positive Rates. We'll see if anyone joins us today. It's a funny old time of year, isn't it? I think everyone's just worn out from Christmas. Big shout out to Dan. J-Hog just popped in and says, "Good morning, can't stay. Wife's birthday, so off out." Oh, okay, fair enough. No, you gotta do right by the wife there, J-Hog. But thank you for saying hello. Hope you are all doing very well today. Well, I've probably got the wrong cockpit here. Do I don't know. Should we fix that? Hang on. Gotta have the right cockpit. Yeah, no, that's not the right one. Let's try this one here. Nope, that's the same one. There we go. 737. Dan says happy birthday as well. Yeah, big happy birthday to your Mrs. J-Hog. Hope she's doing okay. We've got a couple great sceneries to look at today. Actually, there's quite a bit of traffic around here now that I look. It's a lovely day in Yorkshire, isn't it? It's just really pleasant. It's definitely warmed up in Scotland a bit, but we're a bit overcast, but not here. I have a nice takeoff today, and it's a great day to showcase this revamped Leeds Bradford from Orbx, which is so cool. It's just really, really detailed. Look at this. I mean, what an outstanding job. Not a big airport. I could get a lot of sun flights from Leeds Bradford and a few domestics, I think. I know J-Hog, am I right in saying that Loganair flies from Leeds Bradford a lot? But yeah, just a lot of detail. Look, here you go. Welcome to Yorkshire. And I love Yorkshire. We always go to Yorkshire. Just some lovely detailing on the jetways here. Lovely small terminal as well, actually. I mean, I could see... it's very reminiscent of Newcastle for me. Maybe a little bit smaller, but... very striking building, though. Look at this one. Well, it has Jet 2 on the side of it, so maybe that's like a Jet 2 office. Don't know if there's any internal modeling. We'll have a look. Let's go take a peek. No, I don't think there is. Maybe just a light touch of internal modeling, if it'll let me come in. Won't let me go in. It's like, nope, you're not getting in there. No, thank you. So we can't take a look in. Yeah, I think it's mainly for atmospheric effects. So I'll put on the let's advance the timeline here to night. just so you can see it kind of come alive here. And there you go. It's very subtle, very lovely though. A pretty little airport. Look at that. I love that. Some nice seating, and I would love to fly from this airport. It looks really pleasant. We can't go in, but we can take a look in from the outside. Welcome to the Yorkshire Lounge. There you go. Oh, very nice lounge. Very nice lounge. I'll just back up a bit. There you go. Good look at the taxiways in this. I really like. I think they're really pretty. There's your runway. Just a single runway. 32 and 14, I think. And we'll switch that back to real time. So yeah, there's no Johnny, there's no Beluga today, there's no Shondale or anybody else flying with us, so it looks like I'm flying solo, but hey, it's alright. If you're watching on Restream as well, thank you, please subscribe. And a big thank you to Orbx as well for helping us debut this for them. I don't know, I keep getting connection issues, I don't know, I think it's Microsoft servers, to be honest with you. I don't know what's going on. I was downloading it was a world update. Not a new update, but like an update to anything that's already in there. I think it was like points of interest for France and things like that. And the server was just slow. I mean, it took, I think it was about 5 gigs. It must have taken about 2.5 hours to download. Absolutely torturous. So, don't ask me what's going on the Microsoft side of things, but it's just one of those things, I guess. I don't know. Hey, we'll bring up the sim noises here. And Dan, I've got the I know what to look for now. So the memes are working properly. If you want to try them out, actually try them from your end, and we'll do a quick test here. If you are happening to catch a stream and you do have Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you're welcome to join us. We're on the North Europe server. Nighthawk, oh there he goes. Morning, Nighthawk, you flying with us? You're late.
Wow.
There you go. There you go. We're back in action, folks. We're back in action. And you can check all the memes out either by doing ! memes in the chat, or you can go into the show notes, and there's a full list of memes at the bottom of the notes as well. Also, please do visit Orbx. I'll punch in the old link here. A lot of great stuff there, and we love to support them because they support Positive Rates. So yeah, do check them out. That is not the right URL. It's all gone wrong. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. You can't see my aircraft. Okay, well, let me just check, make sure I'm on North Europe here. Oh, I'm on West Europe. How'd that happen? Ooh. Well, that explains a few things. I was on the wrong server, and I haven't changed it, so I don't know what's happened there. Well, that is very interesting. Just do a quick check again, just to make sure it's... Yeah, okay, I'm definitely on North Europe now. Alright, give it a couple seconds to load in, Nighthawk. Maybe we'll see what happens here. Are you fairly close to where I am, then, on the jetways? See people popping. Oh, there you are. There's Nighthawk. Okay, yeah, right. We're not flying solo. Nighthawk, of course, is in the wonderful Headwinds A330 livery. I'm gonna fly this soon. I fly it all the time, if you can believe it, but I never fly it on stream for some reason. So we're gonna have to do that soon. Big and beautiful 339. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, there we go. Well, we're a party of two at the very least. Anyway, I've got pretty much everything set up. What I'll do is take you through the route that we're flying today. And Merrick, Skapovski's come in. He says, hello. I'm planning to buy the 737-600 from PMDG, but I want to know what systems does it have in external view. External view. So I don't quite understand what your question is, Merrick. So it's got, I mean, it is a fully modeled aircraft, all sorts of failures and everything like that. It's as the best simulation of a 737 you can get on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I dare say on any simulator. It's very, very accurate. I mean, in terms of the external modeling, it's absolutely wonderful. You can see even just with the wind, just pushing through the, rotating the old engines there. I'm going to take you through a full startup anyway, so if you want to stick around, you can kind of see what it's all about. And Dan says, if it ain't in Yorkshire, it ain't worth bloody visiting. Absolutely. So I will jump in the aircraft. Let me just take you through the routes first. But you can see what we're doing today. Let's get all this set up for me. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, so here's what we're doing today. So we are taking off, of course, from Leeds Bradford. It is runway 32 today. We're taking the Lemmy 2W departure, Lamix 2W departure, which takes us off from 32. We do a left turn hook around, which takes us in a southwesterly direction over Yorkshire and out across the North Sea. We'll eventually brush over to, brushing over, this will be the Netherlands as we cross over Germany. Is that Germany? I think it is. Nope. Germany's just there, I think. Over Denmark, coming in over the city of Copenhagen, and we'll be using today, I think it's the Tudelo 3C arrival, which brings us, we get a really lovely views of the city as you come in over here, onto a vector, and then we'll cross over, swinging back for a landing on runway 22. Right now, this is really cool. And I'll tell you why I'm excited. I didn't get this landing. I was doing a practice yesterday, and I didn't get this approach. And I'll tell you why this is kind of neat. Because runway 22 right is here. So that actually means that we approach and come in right over the main apron and the terminal for landing. So that's going to be kind of cool, I thought. And that's how it's going to roll today, folks. So hopefully you can join us. I think it's going to be a great flight today. I'm really looking forward to it. Merrick says, I mean, if you go into assistance settings, user experience, and turn on the heads up in the chase can, how do the instruments look in the chase? They'll just be the same. They'll just be the same, Merrick. I think the I've never actually noticed that before. Okay, let's do a quick experiment and see if there's any difference. I don't think there is. So what is it? It's assistance options, isn't it? User experience and instruments and chase cam. Yeah. Okay. Is it that one or is it that one? I don't think there are any instruments. Did I do that right? Cockpit cam, chase cam, full. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Oh, here we go. There you go. Is that what you wanted to see, Merrick? Yeah, so that's, yeah, I guess it's, you know, somewhat customized to a, to an airliner. But that's what it looks like in the chase cam there. Blue's jumped in. He says, hello, Copenhagen is a nice approach. It is, yeah. It is. It's a lovely airport. Right, I'm going to turn that off. Hopefully, Merrick, that answered a question for you. It's a great airplane, though, honestly. For the price, the 736 is remarkable. It is remarkable value. Really, really good. Anyways, we'll jump into the aircraft here. Get the AP started. First, get the seatbelts on. We'll listen to that APU warm up here. Yeah, Merrick says, yes, thanks. I wanted to see how the instruments look from the chase cam because that's very important for you. Okay, that's fair enough. No, understandable. I personally don't use it, but I know a lot of people do, and I've seen streamers use it as well. So, yeah, it's it's a lovely airplane. So hopefully that's satisfactory for you in terms of what you're looking for. Love the APU noises on this. It's just unreal. Get our beacon on as well. Okay, waiting for that APU to settle down. We have power now, so we'll put that on. We can hear the air conditioning kicking in as well. And you can tell the ground power to go away. Don't need that anymore. Are we going up to F41? I've got 339 today. Level 390. Bluga says he might be joining next week. PC's coming Thursday. Rock on. Remind us of the specs again, Beluga. I think it was something pretty cool, wasn't it? And Dan says hopefully when iFly get their 737 MAX out, it might prompt push PMDG to do better. Well, yeah. I mean, competition's always a healthy thing. I'm not going to deny that. But you know, this is it's pretty awesome aircraft. Anyway, I think we're completely configured here. I don't know if there's anything else. Right, we can tell that jetway to go away. So. Get a view of that jetway disconnecting. Look at this. Look at the detail on that. You get the frame on the outside of the. Cool. It's really nice airport. Lovely job. Lucas says I'm getting a 4070, awesome, and a Ryzen 7. Yeah, 7800 X3D, awesome. Amazing. Where are we going next week? Next week it's an ATR flight in New Zealand. It's actually been posted up on YouTube, so you can go check that out. Because we haven't really done much with the ATR recently. So anyway, okay. Seatbelt signs are lit. APU is on. We can turn on the yaw damper and get our hydraulics powered. And we can request pushback and everything. And we want to put our nose to the right.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We've been cleared for pushback and start. They want the tail to our left. Roger that. Ready for pushback, tail to the left. Release brake, please.
Yep, brakes are off. Should have actually had those set, to be fair.
Brakes released. Brakes released. Here we go.
Here we go. Okay, turn off packs. Wait till we get a little bit of clearance off the apron here. I like all the catering trucks, and I take it Donata that will be like an actual company that serves here. I even got the little KLM sign there. It's kind of cool. Really cool. Lovely airport. Well done. All done. Okay, we can start engine 2. Just waiting for N2 to get up to about 20. Add fuel. Oh, we gotta put on the fuel as well. Let's see what those engine sounds look like. There we go. Beluga says Microsoft should have more bass when starting engines. In real life, you hear the rumble. Yeah, I guess. Well, you know what would be cool if you had like an equalizer, some sort of equalizer setting. That'd be kind of neat. Okay, we got a good start on engine 2. We can bring in packs on that side as well. And let's start engine 1. I think there's a lot of options I'd like to see sound-wise in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'd like to have more finite control over engine noises, you know, wind and things like that. Some aircraft allow you to do that in the aircraft, but personally, I'd like to see that much more control in the sim itself. But power or fuel. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things. It'd be interesting to see what they do with 2024. If they're gonna actually ramp up the menu system a bit better. Spooling up on engine 1. Now we got initial climb out, I think on this to 7,000 feet, so I'll just set that in the MCP. And we got a good start on engine 2. We can turn off that APU, bring in our second packs here, and our bleeds for our engines are on. Taxi light is on. I'd like to do a fuel control or a control surface check here. Left, center, elevator back, forward, and center, ailerons full left, full right, and center. Looking good. Nighthawk says, I would like Microsoft 2024 to look more professional. Define professional. Define professional. Right, Luga, or sorry, Nighthawk, do you want me to go first, or would you like to go first? We have to backtrack, go out to runway 32. I believe that's on on taxiway Delta, picking up 32, and then rolling down to the end, turning around, doing a bit of a backtrack to turn around and get set up for takeoff. So you're welcome to go first if you want. Or I can go first. Let me know what you want to do. Anyways, I'll start rolling a bit. Brakes are off. You want me to go first? Okay. Lucas says, I've heard on hot days, sometimes they start engine 2 and then close the isolation valve, turn on packs 2. Yeah, that's right. That's kind of what I did, in a way. Although I had the isolation valve open. Naughty, naughty. Yeah, still getting these connection warnings as well, but not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Oh, I've been switched to offline mode. Perfect. Oh well. Luckily, it should all be cached, so I don't think I'll successfully connect it. Oh, man. Bit of a wide turn there. Okay, let's get our flight directors on. Auto throttle. And we can set let's get that center a bit. Flaps 5. Love watching those front slats come down as well. Oh, we went a bit further than we should have. I think there was a stop line back there I'd missed. Anyway, we'll get the brakes on. Let's do a quick look around. See anybody coming. Landing lights on. Strobes up. And I think we should be good to go. Okay. Now checks, flaps are set. Auto braking to RTO. So how is everybody doing? Is everyone kind of getting sick of January yet? Mind you, I think it's flying by. I can't believe we're already halfway through January. It's pretty crazy. Oh, Nighthawk's been very patient. Okay, bit of a short runway, so we're going to step on the brakes. I'm going to bring up the 50%. Brakes released. Tug up. Look how this runway dips down. Unreal.
8 knots.
It's like a ski slope.
Positive rate of climb.
You're up. BNAV. Flaps 1. We flying a rocket? Yeah, absolutely. All nav, bring the oil pallet. Flap 0. Here we go. Goodbye, Leeds Bradford. See Nighthawk turning there. That's right, guys. I'll catch up with you messages shortly. Over the beautiful Yorkshire countryside. Anyways, Nighthawk says we are having our first big winter storm in southern Ontario. I heard that. Yeah, heavy snow, high winds, torrential rain. Ugh, thunderstorms. Christ, you're getting the whole shebang, aren't you? DarkFury, how you doing? What morning, mate? Morning, mate. Says I'm on my phone at the moment, so I might not chat much. That's no worries. Glad you're here, though. Okay, reached our 7,000. We're going to stay under pressure. Just taking the sights of Leeds down below us. I think Nighthawk's at the end of the runway. Should be getting ready, just about ready to take off. Just don't worry, he'll overtake us at some point during the flight. See if we can see Nighthawk rolling out. Well, I can see him down the runway. There we go. Isn't that cool? I think he's rolling. The buildings look crap. Do they? You're a bit of a cheeky mood today, Beluga, are you not? There we go. See Nighthawk rolling? Oh, that's cool. This is like real life. When I'm looking out the window, I can see airplanes taking off. Wait for his rotate. Oh, it's disappeared. Just out of view. And off he goes. Looks like he used the whole runway there, Beluga, or Nighthawk, but he would have, because A330 is not a small plane, is it? Crisp? Yeah, crisp. Okay. We are restricted, unfortunately, on this until GAM 31, so that's not too far away. So I'm going to take the altitude up to our intended cruise, which is 390. And we should see that kick in once we clear the restriction on the flight plan and procedure. So what airplane are you going to fly next week then, Beluga, if you're going to be joining us? It'll take, obviously, you get a bit of time to get everything installed, get Flight Simulator downloaded, installed. It's a few days of effort nowadays if you want to get a new PC up and going. DarkFury just went through it. How long did it take you to get everything up and running, Dark? Love Flight Simulator. Look at that. Let's see if Beluga or Nighthawk's behind us yet. There he is. Just take that down the. Whoop. There we go. Oh, there. Oh, you're going to take the ATR as well? Cool. You want to test the Phoenix into Heathrow? Yeah, that's a good stress test. Oh, looks like we just cleared our restriction. And up we go. We can release the flight crew, or the cabin crew. Probably should have done that earlier, actually. Beluga says, do you know London Controller? He was flying in the Canaries a bit ago and they look so good. The Canaries. Yeah, the Canaries are pretty cool scenery, actually. We've done that before. We've flown in Canaries before. I think on general aviation. Might not be a bad idea to do some ATR flights in the Canaries, actually, because either that or ATR in the Greek Islands as well. I'd love to do that because that's quite a common sight. There's a lot of ATR kind of hoppers that go from place to place, and I think probably do like a 3-leg in the ATR. You know, just like maybe go from Kos to somewhere, and somewhere to somewhere else. Try to think of Greek island names, or even in the Canaries we could as well. Just put Snoopy in the doghouse here. Right, let's clean up everything. RTO can come off. Ooh, we didn't put. You know what we didn't do? RTO, alright. Above 10,000 feet now, so we can get all our lights off. Actually, all that should come off. And passengers can move around the cabin if they like. Come off. Everything looking okay. Nothing else. Nope. Yep. Tickety boo. I think what I will do is just turn up the panel lights just in case we get dark patches later on. There we go. Just in case we're flying in the shadows, makes everything just a little bit easier to see. Also, some down in Cape Verde, yeah. Yeah, definitely. There's lots of options. We'll definitely have to do some new ATR flights. I think Dark, take notes. We should do some ATR flights in one of the either like an island hopper stream or a just somewhere, anything. Let's see if Nighthawk's still behind us. He is. He's still covered by that restriction, that horrible restriction that keeps you at 7,000 feet. Should be able to tell when he's cleared the restriction because he'll just start, the altitude will just start climbing for him. So anyway, I got a little bit of an update for you, which is not positive rate related, but more on Sky Blue Radio. So as I mentioned last week, the Haggis Poutine Show is coming back for the 28th of January for 6 episodes. It'll be every Sunday from the 28th to the 3rd of March at 1400 Zulu. You're more than welcome to come along. You can join us on the Sky Blue Discord server as well if you go to skyblue.com. And Punch that up for you. There's a link for you right there.
Radio.
Ooh, that was loud. That was very loud. If you go there, click on Discord, it'll take you through the Discord server. You can request music, whatnot. So again, this is the first episode. Will be the 28th of January, and I did have the schedule handy somewhere, but let me just see if I can find it. So we got Hanger 713 is going to be joining me on radio. He's actually going to be joining us here in Positive Rate as well on Dark. Remind me when Hanger 713 is with us on Positive Rate. But we're going to look at the Navion, which he's done, and also I think it's the Chimera Twin or something like that. And Hanger 713 is going to be on. His name's Nick, lovely guy. Going to be on talking through the airplanes with us and his experiences in the development. So that should be good. So check that out. On the radio, 4th of February, Bluebird Simulations is going to be talking to me, and we're going to be talking about the 757 and 767, which is really cool. Two-Tone Murphy will be joining me live on the 11th of February. 18th of February, I will be talking to Orbx and possibly Just Flight as well. 25th February, I'll be joined on radio by British AvGeek. Of course, I'm sure a lot of you guys in the UK will know British AvGeek. And 3rd of March, I'll be joined by Pilot Stud and Tim, the Corporal Pilot Dad. So yeah, it's going to be action-packed, and there still may be a surprise interview as well from a big name in aviation. 3rd of February, on right here on Positive Rate, Hanger 713 is going to be guest, one of our guest co-hosts, and he's going to be talking through the airplane. So do mark that in your diary. That's definitely a flight to, or a stream to not to miss. And of course, you can jump on chat, ask him questions, that kind of thing. Really lovely guy. Looking forward to that one. Nighthawk says I fly with Murphy and British AvGeek. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, they're both lovely guys. Oh, Two-Tone Murphy's always a good laugh as well. He's just he can't help himself. He just constantly cracks jokes. Lucas says so much variety with the ATR. You can fly out of your homish airport in Aberdeen. Oh, is that where you're located? Aberdeen, okay. ATRs going to Kirkwall go directly over your house. Very cool. You hear one just now? Oh, that's really neat. Really cool, yeah. I see a lot of ETRs coming over my house as well, but then I'm on the approach path for Edinburgh. And it's funny, since Flybe collapsed, there's no Dash 8s. I don't see any Dash 8s anywhere now. Completely vaporized from the skies of the UK, which is a bit of a shame. But it is what it is. I do see Loganair quite often. There's a Loganair that flies out of Aberdeen, Bluegill. And we're just about to leave the shores of Britain. Look at that. I think that'll be East Riding. I'm sure Bridlington's around there somewhere. Most UK Dash 8s have become water bombers in North America. Yeah, I know, I heard that. How weird, eh? Yeah, you're never going to see those again. I used to fly a lot on, I think she was called the Edinburgh Princess. It was Flybe, one of Flybe's, but she was completely purple. She was a stunning looking Dash 8. I used to love flying on her. I got a picture of her somewhere. Well, Beluga says, yep, Loganair. Okay. Oh, Eastern Airways, right. Not heard good things about Eastern, no? Right. I don't know much about them, I'll be honest with you. Where are they based from? Right, guys, I'm gonna hop off for just a quick sec. I'll leave you with some beautiful views as we depart England to the North Sea, and when I come back we're going to do the news, so stay tuned for that. See you in a minute. Right, back with you guys. 2 secs. Ooh. Oh, just had a bit of a yawn there. Alright, so bring the music down and let's get to the news. Lots of interesting happens. Now, this is actually the most exciting thing I can think of. There's a new tool called Flight Log Analyzer, which has been released for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know. Is Dan on? Do you know where this is available? I think there will be a link on the website somewhere. Anyway, what this does is this kind of replaces your logbook in Flight Simulator, which is really, really cool. And it can give you a complete history of all the different flights you've done. Now, look at the detail on this. This is really neat. This is the kind of graphics that you can expect to see on it. It's really neat, and it gives you, these nice little kind of elevation things. I think Volanta does something similar to this as well, but this is obviously you can go through all your historic flights, and it'll give you a profile of what you've done on that. Very cool. Gives you just a straight elevation a graph as well. I don't know. I didn't read in detail if it can do like replays or anything like that. Checking, no, I don't know if it does a replay, but anyway, it'd probably let you walk through all the different parts of the flight, I would imagine. And Nick's just popped on. Hello, Nick. Oh, of course, no, you're on earlier, weren't you? Anyway, it's free trial available for 15 days, and then after that, it's $12 US. Nothing really to get too upset about. Or you can pay an additional $6 US or 18 in total for the Pro license, which unlocks the logbook cleaner, allowing you to actually clean out the logbook of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So that's some people might find that very important. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if it says where you can actually get this. They've posted the news, but they haven't posted any links to Oh, here's the website. Yeah, so if there's a link on the website. Anyway, go to FS Elite. You should find that. Moving on, Just Flight, the PA-38 Tomahawk, which is one of their awesome general aviation aircraft, has just received a new development update. They've made a lot of progress. They've doing a lot of customizations options. Now, this is interesting. So we might see an evolution on the Tomahawk from what we've currently seen on the Arrow and the Warrior, but it looks like they've putting a lot of time into panel lighting and things like that, and a new style EFB. So anyone who's familiar with Just Flight's products, they do have a kind of tablet of sorts, but it doesn't look anything like this. So it looks like Just Flight is really making an investment into improving their EFBs. I would imagine we'll probably see retrospective updates for products that have already been released to bring it up to that standard. I can't speak for them, but knowing Just Flight, there's a good chance that they probably will do that. So keep an eye out for updates for the Arrow and the Warrior, and things like the 146, etc. You'll still be able to use third-party GPS add-ons, which is perfect. And it will also give you the option of a KR-85 ADF unit. Not really sure what that is. I'm sure there's a picture of it somewhere. But yeah, it's looking really, really sharp, and we wish them all the best. Moving on, Aerosoft is teasing a screenshot for Oslo Gardermoen Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And you can see some of the detailing they're putting in. Look at the rendering on that, guys. That is really good. Oh, go away. Anyways, looking pretty slick. And you can see some of the texturing on the buildings and the glass and everything like that. Yeah, so that's looking really good. So keep an eye out for that. No price or release date yet, but it looks like they're making good progress on that. And finally, Inabuilds, who are working on the A300-600R for Flight Simulator, are going to release a new engine variant. I believe this is what this is. So this is Pratt & Whitney JT9D. I guess what does it come? What does the A300 come with? Is it Rolls-Royce? Not sure. Bluegus is flying the PA-38 in real life soon. Oh, cool. Very cool. Said the PA-28 last stream by mistake. Whoops. No worries. No worries. But yeah, that's looking pretty sharp. So if you, especially if you're in the States, I would think if you're interested in flying the American variant of the engines, that might be a really exciting information for you. And there's a lovely screenshot. American Airlines, of course, they would fly Pratt & Whitney, wouldn't they? Yeah, it's looking really good. And I like this shot of the cargo variant as well. Isn't that cool? That's very neat. So yeah, that's the news for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll get back to the regular stream. There we go. We'll bring up all our noises again. Here we go. And on we go to Copenhagen. So you can see Nighthawk behind us. Yep, he's still there. Still climbing. See the coastline of Britain going behind us there. There's a lot less cloud today, I can tell you. It looks like it might be building by the time we get over the North Sea, however. So where are you, Beluga, where are you going to be flying the PA-38? Was that going to be up in Aberdeen? Or am I confused there? Is it Nighthawk that's in Aberdeen? I can't remember. No, Beluga, you're in Aberdeen, aren't you? Yeah. Thought that. Oh man, oh man. Inverness. Oh, Inverness. Oh, right. Highland Aviation. Very cool. It's a lovely area of the world to fly around. Are you going to be doing that in the summertime? You get very good views of Lossiemouth too, and all the typhoons taking off from there. Nighthawk. Oh, you're near Guelph. Okay. Slightly different. Yeah, Nighthawk, of course you're in Ontario, aren't you? Whereabouts it near Guelph, Nighthawk? I know that area quite well. I used to take Highway 6 off all the time up to Durham and back to Hamilton. So I lived in Durham, Ontario for a period of time, in Grey County. So I was constantly going through Guelph. Taking the dreaded Guelph city bypass. Beluga says May, hopefully. It was a voucher for Christmas. Ah, okay, so it's like an introductory flight. It expires in June, so anytime before then. Cool. Oh, you're in Acton. Okay. Yeah, I know Acton. I've been through Acton. There was a... Acton was no... What was it? There was like a... was it a clothing store or something like that, or a furniture place? I can't remember. It's worth the drive to Acton. Do you remember that advert? It's worth the drive to Acton. I think it used to air on, must have been the Kitchener channel or something like that. CFTO. That's coming back. Yeah, I know Acton very well. The old Hyde House, that's it. Is it long gone now? Alright, okay. That's right. It was coats, wasn't it? Fancy coats. They used to sell a lot of fur back in the day, but obviously fur is now completely out of fashion. Faux fur, baby, but yeah. Always wanted to go there to get a leather jacket. Because I was told that was probably one of the best places you could go for a leather jacket. God, the old hidehouse. That's a blast from the past. That. It's funny. I've been to Acton. I never did go to the old hidehouse. I saw it. It was quite a big shop as well, wasn't it? It was either that or my dad used to take me if I needed some dress clothes. We used to go down to Sussman's in Arthur, Ontario. High quality leather jackets, yeah. The thing is, you've never worn it. Oh, so you bought a coat from the hidehouse and never wore it. Mind you, the problem is leather jacket fashion changes constantly. So you know, I think that the kind of jacket I would have bought in the early '90s, I'd be wearing around like yeah, and then kind of towards the late '90s, I look like an idiot. I do miss having a leather jacket though. I would like to get another one. Oh man. Oh, that's our first course turn. All right. While we're dawdling about here, let's look at our arrival. I think we said 22 right today, didn't we? Better double check that. Yeah, 22 right. Pretty long runway, so I think auto brakes one will be plenty. Import weather. 129th VREF. Alright, I'll put that over on this one here. Flaps 30. 1, 2, 9. Thank you, sir. It'll be 110.9 on the ILS, so we'll get that set up there. 9. 9. And the course is 217. There you go. Estimated fuel on arrival. Links, come on, progress. 2.8 tons, so I'll do. That's fine. It's well within threshold. And fuel burn is looking pretty good too, nice and even. Estimated arrival into Copenhagen about 1300 Zulu, so that's just under an hour, about 59 minutes away. Nighthawk says they really had good leather aviation jackets. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm after. I think it's just something that's like a timeless design. Beluga says, got a friend who flies for the triple, for Emirates. Cool. Saw a picture flying over the pyramids. It's crazy how such big things look so small. The first time I went flying, I remember looking down at the cars. Yeah, absolutely. Always, everything looks like ants and whatnot, doesn't it? I remember one time I was coming out from London, and it was quite sunny. but the sun was kind of getting low in the sky. But as we were flying over the Midlands, I could see there was a gleam coming off all the towns, and it was all sporadic, and it was just, you know, light up, and it took me ages to figure out what I was looking at, and then it suddenly occurred to me, it was all the solar panels on the houses. They were just, as we were passing by, you know, the sun was kind of lighting up the solar panels. It looked really, really cool. Dan says, sorry, I'm still here 3D printing something. All right, okay. Should I ask what you're 3D printing? Is it something naughty? Yeah, the clouds are definitely building now. Look at that. Nothing naughty, but it's an airplane model. Okay, what kind of airplane model is it then? Is this for work or just something you're doing for yourself? Still see Nighthawk behind us there. You'll post it in Discord once it's done, and it's just for yourself, okay. So how did you get access to a 3D printer? Is this at work? And Dark says he's printing a 380. And I can't read the rest because it's obscured by that stupid emoticon button. It does my head in that. Like this, it really annoys me. I don't know if anybody on YouTube is watching this. I'll just bring it up on. This just it's so annoying. Like how I can't even read what Dark's written because there's a heart thing in front of it. Why? Get rid of it! Or make it an option anyway. I don't need that icon. I just don't need it. Sorry, that's my beef for today. The icon which will be gone for the next stream, you've sorted it. Okay. Not as big as your turbofan engine? Okay. There is a U-block origin filter to remove. Yeah, I know, but I shouldn't have to get a hack to, you know, stop something appearing on YouTube. They should just turn it off or give you the option to turn it off. And I just don't know what was going through their head. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal for, well, it is a big deal because anybody reading the chat, these messages are constantly getting obscured behind the emoticon button. Dance is about to say that it shouldn't have to do things like that, but hey, Google knows what's best for everyone. Yeah, well, no comment. You don't need a hack, it's an option I have turned off. Option where? Option in what? Tell me, old wise one. How might onist turn off the emoticon? Because this is actually, it's not just appearing obviously in YouTube, this is appearing in OBS Studio as well. In Studio. Right, I don't, well, that's not enough detail. Anyway. Would have thought Nighthawk would have overtaken me by now. Not sure if you can do live, yeah. Yeah, probably whatever. On YouTube Studio. I don't know. No, don't make any changes live now. Oh, right. I see what you're saying. So you can act because it does give you settings to control the chat, doesn't it? Yeah. Clever man. This is why I have a producer. To think all these clever things, because I wouldn't have even thought to look at that actually. But then it was just something that appeared out of nowhere. Oh, live reactions, right? Oh yes, there's a tick box, isn't it? So you just turn that off and it'll disappear. Okay. Right, I'll leave that for you to fix on the next stream then. Oh, see, I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is complain about it. Producer will figure it out. Yeah, so it'll be fixed by next stream, guys. There you go. Thank you, Nick. The dog's barking at something. Right, let's just do a quick swing through. So our platform altitude today. So we are coming in on the too low arrival. Most of the restrictions got to be below 12,000 by Charlie Hotel 654. Waypoint names. There's nothing original about these waypoints, is there? Anyway, we are going to come in. So we're not overflying CAS. We're just basically going to come in on a vector, and then join the ILS just before LAMX, I think. So we want to be at 3,000 for that now. Runway elevation is pretty much 0, so I think it's like 12 feet or something like that, so we don't need to adjust for that. So that means, there we go, we can see the restriction on Charlie Hotel 654. Then it's 4,000 below at Abegi, so what I think I'm going to do is change that to 3,500. And then that means we've just got about 500 feet of float to get down to once we hit the vector. And then looking back at that, where's the... So the ILS actually starts quite high. It's about 17, or it's quite far back. It's about 17 miles, is it? Well, 17 miles from CAS. 9.3 miles from the airport on a reciprocal to 217. So if we say 217 minus 180 is 37. So let's chuck in a fix for that. EKCH. And we'll say, let's say 10 miles. Oops, sorry, done that backwards. 037 / 10. There you go. And if we go to plan, alright, there we go. So that's alright, so we'll go to the vector. Once we're on vector, we can fly on Biggie then, just kind of fly back. But basically what we want to do is intercept. Now the ILS will kick in, the glide path rather will kick in about there. hopefully we should be good to go. $160 miles to top descent, just over, but 180. Dark says I put a pitch. I'll pick my engine. Casual chat. Still a lot to print and build. Okay, we'll pull that out. And you've messaged Gavin about it. Oh, the live reactions thing. Yeah. Okay. Nighthawk says your aircraft seemed to drop 1,000 feet on my screen. Did it? Oh. Don't know. Oh, is there an airplane now? No, that's just land. I have no idea, sir. I don't know what's caused that. Right. In the chat. Wow. Okay, look at this. That's pretty cool. That's insane. That's all 3D printed, is it? Does that include the bolts and all that? Next question. Why did you do this? Are you gonna make a coffee table out of it, or? Just teasing. It does look really cool, Dark. It's all 3D printed. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. Again, though, why? Is because it looks quite big. Am I right? Looking in proportion, it looks like it's, you know, about big. You know what you could do? You could tape it to the top of your car, and if nothing, just to see reactions from people as you drive by. It will run when you put a motor. I'm assuming that says motor. It's a hobby. Yeah, fair enough. Sorry, I am teasing. It looks amazing. I could just imagine my wife's reaction though if I did something like that. Yeah, put a fuel injection motor on it. Yeah. That's what I would do. I find a way to kind of fix it to my car somehow. And then, you know, people will be like, so what's that? It's like, oh, that's a turbo booster. Let's say, you ever watch James Bond? Same thing. We got tons of time. Right. I will be right back. I just gotta go. My dog is still barking at something, so I gotta go find out what the heck it is. Give me 2 secs. I'll be right back. Alright, back with you. Let's see, where are we? Dan says you get some proper weird looks going down the petrol station. You like, just filling up my jet engine, mate. I still see YouTube YouTube videos of people driving in petrol station with an EV and girls trying to find out where the gas nozzle is. Excuse me. Alright, top of descent is getting closer. 140 miles, roughly. Yes, I don't think there's much more to do. I think we're all set up for landing, so it's pretty straightforward landing in Copenhagen. It's always cloudy though. Vodka is fuel, yeah. It's too bad you can't open the door from here, actually. That's one thing PMDG could improve upon, but it's a small thing. Any fluid spillage near latch requires maintenance attention. I'm sure there's a story behind that. Maybe that was vodka. Aye, so what to talk about? I don't know. Hey, has anybody seen anything interesting in the flight sim realm apart from the news that we've talked about? I'll tell you, I'm really wondering what's happening at Fly-by-Wire. They seem to be teasing more stuff about the A380, but there's not been anything much of a, you know, they won't give us a release date. I know that, but you know, I don't. Is it even in beta testing? I don't know. Maybe somebody's got inside information on it. I'm just dying to know more about it. At this point, though, I'm almost thinking that the PMDG 777 might come out before the Airbus 380. Look at some Japanese tunes going here. Nah, it's too slow. Maybe some blues, guys. Maybe some blues. Defo blues, yeah, okay. The community has spoken. Nighthawk said there are quite a few test pilots flying the A380. I think they're being too perfectionist and need to consider early access release. Maybe. Maybe. Joe Bonamosa, or Eric. And Bubba's just dropped in. Evening, aviators. Hey Bubba, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. How's life in Australia? Look at that cloud cover. Oof. Wouldn't want to be in the North Sea in a boat, that's for sure. Doesn't look too friendly out there. 100 miles top of descent. Bubba says have A380 manuals. It's not a simple build, in my honest opinion. Prepared to wait for a decent build. Yeah, fair enough. I guess, you know, the thing is that the testing that they're doing right now, it won't be, people won't be testing a complete aircraft. They'll be testing aspects of the aircraft. So, you know, some guys, they might say, and I can't speak for fly-by-wire, but I'm guessing, but they might say, right, you know, this week we want everyone to just test the autopilot. We don't care about the other systems, just test the autopilot. And then people will go and do that, or maybe next week someone will say, let's test this failure, you know. DarkFury says A380 model, stick a 320 cockpit in, a few code changes done. No, I don't think so. The thing is, the A380 has some resilient systems in it, which I think are over and above the 320, especially if you have like critical failures of like ailerons or something like that. It was highlighted when was it Qantas A380? The engine, there was an uncontained engine failure, and it actually ripped through a whole section of control wire, and the airplane was still able to fly. It was unbelievable how they did that. But it was all the computer, you know, reacted and adjusted the way that the airplane was controlling itself so that the pilots could still fly it. Boba says yes, and a lot more. QF-34, thank you. Yeah. It was probably the most successful air disaster, I would say, because the airplane did land. Everyone was safe, and it was just a proof of, you know, that modern avionics and modern airplane design, how resilient it actually is. And also, we haven't really talked about it, but that Airbus 350 that hit the where was that now? Was that in Singapore or something like that? Or no, it was Japan, wasn't it? It was Haneda. But there was a runway incursion by a Coast Guard plane that it lined up without permission, and A350 had been cleared to land. Smashed into the Coast Guard plane and killed most of the people on that, unfortunately. But obviously the plane had set itself on fire because engines and fuel and everything like that. But everyone got off. And I was reading a report that one of the key factors that made that possible is a lot of the new flame retardant and fire retardant design that they incorporate into the airframe and also in the cabin. And they said it probably only bought them 2 minutes, but that 2 minutes was the difference between everyone getting off that aircraft safely versus, I would imagine, you know, 3/4 of people on that airplane probably would have perished. So that is absolutely amazing. And again, it's a tragedy, obviously, because loss of life for the Coast Guard plane. But absolutely remarkable that so many people were able to survive. What could have been, I think 20 years ago, you know, that probably would have been everyone on both airplanes dead. And strange thing is, they said the pilots weren't even aware that the plane was on fire. So that raises a question, a number of questions. But anyway, Tokyo Haneda, yeah. It took all the pilots to do it. To fly the plane. Was this QF-34? Yeah. First hull loss for the A350. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. First critical accident, but again, it wasn't the airplane's fault. That's the key thing. Unlike the 737 MAX. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Bubba says, actually, it wasn't resilient. The number one engine wouldn't shut down. They had to flood it with foam because the control systems were out. Imagine trying to land with an engine and climb thrust on it. Oh, wow. Yeah. And it happened 25 years ago at KLAX. Very cool. Yeah, that's a scary thing. Engine failures seem to be a rather common thing these days, unfortunately. And Dark says, speaking of the A350, wonder what happened to the in-build's A320, and whether the A350 will have the same issue. Yeah, well, remember I got confused because I knew that I thought that in-builds had announced the 320. Because it was so they could have a high-quality 320 for Xbox players. Because obviously fly-by-wire, you know, there's no way to incorporate that for the Xbox gamers. But then you mentioned it was actually an A350. But you said it'll have the same issue. What issue was it? Bubba said it was the same collision as Haneda. Yeah. Well, it was San Francisco. It was an Air Canada Air 320 just about landed on the taxiway. And had they not at the last minute realized their mistake and gone around, they would have plowed into 4 aircraft, including a 747. So I mean, that just blows my mind. The Nighthawk's still sitting back there. Yeah, they got waved off. Yeah, eventually. Well, they did get waved off, but I don't think they were paying attention. Mind you, I don't think air traffic control realized how out of alignment they were until like the last few minutes. Airbus A320 by Inabuilds got pulled due to an issue with fly-by-wire systems and code. Okay. Now, do you mean fly-by-wire the studio? But what? There was like a conflict, or they just couldn't? They couldn't pull the airplane together. But 50 miles to top of descent. Oh, I see a Dark Star up there. A humble 139,000 feet. They stole the code. They stole the code. Wow. Okay. It's the code needed for Xbox is what I heard, yeah. Yep. Well, I don't know what to say. I mean, I know Microsoft is really desperate to bring as much parity as possible to the Xbox version of Flight Simulator, but it's impossible. Absolutely impossible. And even then, I mean, unless you have like some major expansion cards in your Xbox, if you want to start getting all sorts of scenery and things, even just the world updates, it's massive amount of storage you need for Flight Simulator, and it's so expensive to try and add that storage to Xbox. I mean, I think you can get a 1 terabyte expansion card, and it's something like $250 US or something ridiculous like that. Like, I'll never pay that. Obviously, some people do, but 40 miles to top of descent. Just about. Yeah, it's a hard one. I'm hoping Inabuilds isn't constrained somehow by Microsoft on that sense, because I think Inabuilds they make some good stuff, and I wouldn't want it to hold them back. But hey, I can't tell them what to do. Yeah. So Dark, can you expand on that? Because you said Stoll's code, so I don't know if you meant they ripped off the code from which is a big problem if they intend to sell it. Because obviously headwind uses a lot of fly-by-wire code, but then that's a community project as well. They don't make any money off that. And I think that's probably a major condition for them being able to use the fly-by-wire code. About 30 miles top of descent. Well, start to see lots of land now, so the clouds are clearing out. That's good. You might have a really good, lovely approach into Copenhagen, actually. Dark says there was a leak from a member of the fly-by-wire team saying that some code was very similar to what fly-by-wire used, and wow. And then fly-by-wire announced that this information was supposed to be kept in-house. Ooh. Oh dear. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? That's if that's true, that is not a good look for Inabuilds. But I guess we don't know for sure, do we? So. Yeah, a little bit of controversy there, I think. 20 miles top descent. And then they dropped the A320 out of the SU-14 beta. Yeah. Yeah, the circumstances don't look good. I'd certainly agree with that. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, it begs the question if you wonder if Inabuilds could have just asked them for help. Or did they ask them for help? But, you know, just to go all... And we see it all the time, unfortunately, but just to go and, you know, tear off someone else's work. That's it's a pretty bad pattern. And illegal, actually. But I don't know, you know, what protections, because fly-by-wire is a community project, so I don't know what protections they put in for themselves from a legal standpoint. It's not as easy as people think to just go and, you know, lawyer up and chase somebody for copyright. It's a very long, drawn-out, expensive, and evidence-based process, and you end up spending more money on lawyers than you get in terms of compensation. So that'd be the last thing that I would think fly-by-wire would want to do, but they might have to. And the thing is, Microsoft themselves, I mean, it looks bad at Microsoft, you know, because Inabuilds is a Microsoft partner, so I don't think Microsoft would have taken kindly to it either, and that's possibly why it got pulled out. Not because of Inabuilds necessarily, but because Microsoft actually told them you can't do that. It's all hearsay? Yeah. We're not sure we should be discussing? Yeah, fair enough. Well, you know, I'll put that disclaimer up front. We don't know what's happened, so. DarkFury says, not disrespecting Inabuilds to do some great stuff and other dev, but it's all coincidences happening around the same time, yeah. So I think let's, but I think Nick's right. I mean, I think we see some circumstantial things, but we don't know what's actually happened. All we know that is the 320's disappeared. So it's a 310. I mean, that's a pretty solid airplane, I think. That's our top of descent kicking in. On to bigger and better things. Anyway, let's start our approach into Copenhagen. Denmark, I think. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. Very flat though, Denmark. Of course, what's Denmark's #1 expert? Can anyone tell me? Is Nighthawk still behind us? Yeah. Oh, Nighthawk started this descent as well. Okay. I'll probably end up overtaking me on approach. Lego! Yeah, Lego. Bread. I don't know, maybe they do export a lot of bread. I'm not sure. Yeah, Lego is what I was thinking. Yeah. Dark says everything is hearsay. What you read in the news socials, put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, fair enough. But for the record, we're not saying anything one way or the other. What I will say is I am very excited that InnoBuilds has announced the Airbus 350. I think that'll be a great addition to Microsoft Flight Simulator. So whatever challenges they may have, I hope they do overcome them. And likewise, we look forward, hopefully, to sometime this year seeing some more information about the fly-by-wire A380. Oh, I see the clouds building up again. Spoke too soon. Very cool. Aerosoft A330 when? Oh, God knows. Like we'll just skip over that subject. That's the thing. I mean, I'm sure someone out there could improve on the Headwinds 330. But it's like the Airbus, it's like the fly-by-wire 320. The Headwinds 330 is really good. It doesn't have a custom cockpit though, so you know someone surely could probably put out something better. But the thing is, when you got something that's that good already out there for free, what you do put out has to be top notch, and that's why Phoenix did well. Not because although I think it was obviously conventional engine design, but Phoenix did well because they brought out something which was a level above the fly-by-wire product, which was free. So there was a reason for spending money. So in Airsoft's case, they have to be at least not equal but better than the Headwinds 330, and I think that's going to be a challenge for them, to be honest. Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Nighthawk says Headwind has developed a custom 339 cockpit but not released it yet. That's exciting. Very cool. Looking forward to that. Okay, let's see. How are we doing here? So we need to be below 12,000 at CH 654. VDAF says that we are okay for that. Yeah, I'm really excited for that actually, Nighthawk, I'll be honest with you. I think Headwind's done a fantastic job. It started out a bit rocky, but I think now it's an absolute joy to fly. I really enjoy it. There, that's what Dark, that's what you could do for your first stream, a long haul. A proper long haul. You up for that? So at some point, I don't know. He's not said any different, but DarkFury should be doing his first stream, unless he's changed his mind. He hasn't said anything to the contrary. Look at those clouds peeking up there. That's cool. I love how you get these little details every now and then. It looks so real. I think either Dark's ignoring me or he didn't hear what I said. Okay, final checks. Course is 217 set. We have the ILS frequency 110.9 in the standby position, ready to go. We are going to use auto brake run, which we'll set in due course. Anything else we need to think about? Probably not. Oh, upcoming barrel is 1003, so let's get that tuned in. We'll drop that in once we pass transition. What is transition anyway? Didn't even look. Don't know. Don't know. Yeah, not sure. Okay. We have entered the approach. So we'll get those seatbelts on. Give everyone a chance to finish going for a pee, get buckled in. Cabin crew can start going around with the rubbish bags, getting all final checks, seatbelts. And hopefully I think it'll be a relatively uneventful approach, but if I get down quickly enough, Nighthawk, I'll try and get you coming on the drone camera there. Alright, it's brought us down to 250, so I'm just going to bring in the speed there. I'll take control of the speed from here on in. Boy, the chat's gone quiet. Is anybody, I take it I'm still broadcasting, am I? Jayhawk says, yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, sir. Okay, our first constraint just about to pass that, which is get us below 12,000. Dark says, sorry, updating calendar in Discord. No worries. No worries, Dark. No, Dark, I was asking if you had any update on streaming, or if you've changed your mind. We all want to know. The public needs to know, mate. Okay. So as mentioned, we are now in the Tudelo approach. We will be hooking up close to, there's the runway there. You can see it, where that circle is. So we'll be coming in onto a adjacent or parallel vector away from the airport. Once we get to Abigui, we want to be down about 3,500, and we will make a right turn on base for runway 22 right to align to the localizer and eventually intercept the glide path at Charlie India 122 right. So there you go. Airplane's looking good right now. We're currently at 259, so we'll keep up that speed for a bit, and we don't want to be too slow. And if once we get below the clouds, we should start getting some good views of Copenhagen. See, he's still ignoring me, isn't he? Dark, you know what it is, or do you? I don't want to commit myself. I understand. Yes, due to work. 21st of January. Awesome. Awesome. And Stu's just dropped in. Hi all. Hi Willy. Hi Stu. How you doing, mate? Great to see you. We're just we just entered our approach into Copenhagen. Hopefully, once we get below these clouds, we'll actually be able to see something. Copenhagen, by the way, if you've never been, is an awesome and very fun city to visit. It's a bit expensive, but it is just so cool. It's very, very unique type of place to go. And there's a, I think I mentioned before, there's a big amusement park right in the middle of the city. It's really neat. Okay, everything's looking good. Slow down to 240. Here we go. I flew, when I flew to Copenhagen, though, it was, you can fly on a 737. You can get Ryanair, flies to Copenhagen from multiple destinations from Britain. In my case, I was actually on a A320neo with EasyJet. But yes, you will see 737s flying into Copenhagen quite regularly. Look at that sun glistening off the wing. Isn't that great? Take a moment to appreciate DarkFury's livery. There we go. Positive rate. There's the city below us. It's got an amazing transport system in Copenhagen as well. They've got a lot of buses, but they also have a completely automated metro system, which is just goes various stations throughout the city, and it's really quiet and really fast. It's a really lovely thing to fly on. Still quite a bit of cloud cover, though. Just get all my controls ready. I always do that kind of little bit of hand exercise for getting ready on the yoke there. I don't have a proper yoke, so I just still use the side stick, which isn't technically correct. Okay, let's get her down to 210. Standard pressure. And we can bring in our ILS frequencies as well. Let's do that. Localizer is detected. The descent path is really good today. Everything seems to be flowing nicely. Hopefully the landing's going to be as good as that. We'll set all brake 1, get that ready to go. And we'll arm the spoilers. Nighthawk's, you can see Nighthawk in the distance is about 10,000, so. Right. So we'll just set heading for a base there. Take that in manually. Oh, Sids! Hey, Willy, what's up? What's up, Sids? How you doing? Good to see you. Digital says, where is the propeller on this thing? Good morning, Digital. How are you? Are you streaming today, Digital? Might as well advertise the stream. Let us know what you're up to today. Oh, we're getting into the thick now. Now we should have landing lights on. Okay, cabin crew, can you please take a seat? And we'll put our engines into continuous here. Right, now on the vector. So, final things, we'll bring in flaps 1. There's the slats dropping as well. 180, please. Heading. And arm, no, sorry, heading, and arm the localizer. There we go. Plane's inching down to 3,000. Sid said, even you bought X-Plane back in November. Oh, wow. Okay. How do you find it? Are you enjoying it? Digital says, yes, sir. He is streaming at 1400 Zulu. That's just about an hour after we finish, so that's perfect. St. John's to Charlottetown. Very cool. What airplane are you going to use for that one, then? Okay, everyone's buckled in. Ground crew have been notified to sit. Engines are in continuous. You can probably turn on the runway turn-off lights there. B737 700, very nice. Another PMDG flight. So there you go, guys. If you didn't get your full PMDG fix from my stream today, you can hop on over to Digital's channel at 1400. Which is it'll be about an hour after we finish. Airplane has detected the localizer. It's getting very dark under this cloud cover. Dan says check Discord when you can, right? Is it important? Right, I don't know. I'll have to look at when I get on the ground, man. Dan, is it something important? Like stream related, something going wrong? Okay, we are now on the localizer. I think we'll hold at 180 right now. DME currently 18 miles from Copenhagen. Sid said, yeah, it's good. When I purchased it, it was 14 bucks. Wow, what a deal. Dan, that's okay, no rush? Okay, all right, cool. All right. You always seem to ping messages like that when I'm on final. I'm like, what? No, what? What? No. Right, so once we get closer to our intercept in the glide path, I will slow down to 160. We'll bring some more flaps out. Sorry? No, it's okay, mate. It's alright, I'm just glad there's nothing wrong. It's just the way you say it. Check your messages. It's like, what, you know, did I expose my rear end at some point during the stream? I can't think I did. I'm starting to break through that cloud cover. It's being very stubborn over the airport, though. And of course, there's lots of water around Copenhagen, too. There's some lovely bridges and this beautiful opera house, which is quite neat. See Nighthawk on the downward lake. Like that song, I'm gonna rewind it. Oop. Play it again, Sam. Safe flight, take care. Take care, Dark. All the best to you. Okay, let's bring it down to about 160. We'll bring out flaps 5. Good luck with your engine, Dark. Do what we said, you gotta mount it to your car. Oh, it's really hazy. Really hazy. Okay, approaching our intercept, so we'll arm approach. And VREF today, what did we say it was? 129, so you want to set 134 on the IS one already. Yep. Flap rings? No! No flap rings. Go away. Where we're going, we don't need flap rings. Sid says, hey Willy, see ya. Need to study a bit. Exam coming up next week. All the best to for your exam, Sid. So hope you're doing well. Thank you for dropping in and saying hi. It's great to hear from you, mate. Okay, glide scope is starting to come in now. $10 miles. Safe flights. Thanks, mate. You too. Glide scope intercept. Flaps 10. 8 miles.
2,500.
Can't even see the airport. Look. How annoying is that? Or 5. About 6.5 miles. Gear down. Flaps 15. Still no visual of the airport. Digital's covering his eyes. What's he doing? You know I'm a stick and rudder man, Digital. You know that. Miles, bring it into VREF and flaps 30. Fully configured. Taxi weight's on. Here we go. Bit of a crosswind, by the looks of it. We're crabbing a bit. 3 knots, yeah. Oh, this will be my first crosswind landing.
1,000.
This is going to be interesting. My controls. Look at the crabbing on this, guys. Holy moly. Winds are bleeding off a little bit. Ever so slightly. Okay, it looks like the winds are going to behave themselves by the time we get down to the bottom anyway. Brace.
500.
Yeah. You guys have such confidence in me, don't you?
400. 300. Flight slow.
Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah.
Flight slow. Flight slow. 200.
Well, it's definitely gusting anyway. Definitely gusting.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
271. But reverse thrusters in. Well, that wind is really strong. Braking. Even on the ground I can feel it. Okay, there we go. Nicely done, thanks Digital. You got a 45 knot crosswind, yeah. It might calm down by the time you get to ground level. I think it dropped to about 20, but It was still a bit of crabbing coming in, like. And we are vacated 22 right. Nighthawk on final there. I'm pretty sure that's out of limits. Yeah, it probably is. Probably is. Right, let's get everything cleaned up here. Oh. I don't remember putting the speed brake spot. Closest Nighthawk. Oh, here he comes. Alright, let's just get the drone camera out for him here. Oop. Come on. Crab reef. Oh, yeah, even Nighthawk's crabbing. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Come on, stick it. Stick it, Nighthawk. He's almost there. Nicely done. Nicely done. Well done. Oh, that plane never stopped moving. It's my one little irk about bloody flight simulators. It disables your controls when you're in drone camera mode. So I was standing on the toe brakes. Yeah, well done. I agree. Well done, Nighthawk. That was good. Excuse me while I get off the bloody grass here. There's another airplane coming in here. Well, very cool. Busy little airport. Well, maybe not quite that little, but okay. Let's turn our lights off. Strobe can come off. Get the APU started. A Flymo award. Yeah. No, I was standing on the toe brakes. It was on the taxiway. But as soon as you go to the drone camera, the sim ignores your inputs. So basically, as soon as I went in the drone, the brakes must have come off by themselves, even though I was standing on the toe brakes. There you go. Anyway, wait, what can you do? It's not critical. We'll let you off. Oh, thank you. You're very gracious, sir. Very gracious. Wait. Then we just gotta find a place to park. There's another Airbus 320 coming in. Look at that. Very neat. It's almost like we're on VATSIM. Hey Oz, Shane, how you doing? Mr. Oz Flight Simmer. Possibly the best flight sim streamer in the world. How you doing, Shane? Great to see you, mate. Jayhawk says, when I went on the grass, Willy Nick bought me a toy Flymo. Yeah. Now this is another great airport too. This is also from Orbx. Copenhagen is pretty awesome. Ground textures in this look really neat. There's Kelsa Rose. Watch him come in. I'll put the brakes on this time so I can. Oh. There he goes. Passenger eye view. Don't know about that. You're too humble, mate. Too humble. So actually, I'll be coming in the middle of the summer for you guys, Shane. What's the temperature like where you are right now? That's the Kaisers. Jayhog, you away. Take care, mate. Oh, thanks for the stream. Yep. All the best to you, mate. Give my best to your missus. Take her out for a nice birthday lunch. I presume that's what you're up to. Okay, we are going to be crossing a runway here, so I'll just get... Don't see anybody. I think we're good. All good. And those can come off again. Oh. Raining hot. 100% humidity. Oh, that's thunderstorm weather. That's thunderstorm weather. Yeah, should get some crack and lightning for that. Is we'll get parked up and we'll take a bit of a closer look at Copenhagen here. Very busy airport actually in real life. You get everything from Airbus 380 to all your small stuff as well. It's been raining pretty much every day since the new year. Wow, that's a lot of rain. That's a lot of rain. Sounds like Scotland. Vigil says sound almost the same as you, except the temp hovering around 0, alternating rain and snow. Yeah, that makes driving very interesting, doesn't it, Digital? gonna have to judge this one. I don't know if the scenery comes with any kind of guidance, but just have to judge it. I'll say about there. How's that? Okay. Alright, bring the APU on. Bring on our bleed as well so we don't lose air conditioning. Fuel can come off. Engines are coming down. Seatbelts can go free. Engines off position. Everything's good. I think we're good. And we'll get the oh, did it pick me up? Don't know if it did or not. Let's try again. We can't connect. You're not close enough to the aircraft, so I didn't. Obviously, I haven't rolled for far enough along here. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. Anyways, there's sorry, reorienting here. There's Nighthawk right beside me. Look at that, beautiful. 2 positive rate aircraft, and even we've got some friends as well. Who's that? Night Flight. Night Flight's joined us. He's in a 7.3. Looks like a 738 possibly. Very cool. Look at that. Well, looks like Nighthawk had a better chance getting the bridge connected. Need to get GSX? Yeah, I know. Well, I'll look at it at some point. Cool, right. So, while we're on drone camera mode. So this is Copenhagen is available from Orbx. Again, guys, please do support us. Just a weak click on the link means a hell of a lot to us, just to let Orbx know that people are watching and excited about some of the great scenery that we get to show off. Give that a good old click for us if you wouldn't mind. Anyway, this is Copenhagen Airport. I think I can't remember who does this, Dan. Who's the main studio behind it? But really interesting looking airport actually, and some really good internal modeling as well. To some extent, limited, but it's there. But just to kind of give you a look, it's really big actually. It's a fair-sized airport. And I love this bit. When you come out the main concourse, there's this kind of, here's this Terminal 3 concourse. I'm fairly certain that's the train station, so, you know, pretty much as soon as you come out, you can jump onto this metro system, which is really cool. Very convenient. There's a Clarion Hotel there. And there's your, that's all your buses, I think. That's your bus shelter. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Lovely airport. I love this tower. Look at this tower. This is pretty cool. I don't know if you can go in it. Nah. Just external modeling. But it looks fantastic from the outside, guys. We'll get the old night lighting on so you can give that a quick look. Digital says, good seeing you, Willy. Bye, everyone. Digital, all the best to you. Have a great stream, mate. There you go. See the floods. Oh, still got. Oh, yeah, it's very subtle. Oh, I look at the purple lighting in that. That's cool. Never noticed that. Isn't that cool? There you go, Copenhagen Airport. It's been out for a while, though. You might be able to get some good deals, so keep an eye on it. If it's not already on special, I'm not sure. Nighthawk says, on my screen, Night Flight is in a B738 that looks like a B738. And I'm in a 736 that looks like a A20. I don't know why, mate. I'm not sure why. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. Nighthawk, as always, thanks for flying along with me today, and really appreciate all of you coming along, saying hello. Big shout out to Odd Flight Simmer who dropped in digital, J-Hog, of course, Dan and Nick and Dark were in there. Sid said hello at one point as well. Big hello to him. And Bubba, I think we heard from earlier. Kellen Frame, I missed you. Sorry, weather looks great. He says, yeah. And if I haven't mentioned your name and you dropped in, I do apologize, but thank you for coming along right here on Positive Rate. We are flying ATRs next week. This will be the 20th. ATRs in New Zealand. So do come along and check us out for that. You feel free to join as well. And also, all being well, our very own DarkFury will be presenting a second stream on the 21st of January, so do keep an eye out for that. I'm sure he's got something magical and interesting planned. Until then, however, we wish you all the best, and we'll see you next time right here on Positive Rate. Take care, folks.